Hey, I'm Paul Butler. I'm one of the client partners at New Leaf Training and Development, and I'm so delighted to be joined by Charles Clemons, my friend and fellow client partner. Charles, this program, customer-centered service or client-centered service or exceptional service, what's that program all about?
Well, thanks for asking, Paul. It's really about the main principle of doing unto others as you'd have them to do unto you. And organizations that get a hold of that principle and make it a part of the culture of the organization, you really see customers coming back and continuing on.
Hmm. Charles, from a participant standpoint, what's in it for them? I mean, how are they going to win from attending this training?
Well, great question. For the participant, by being a part of this program, you're going to understand what are some of the common reasons that we lose customers. You'll also gain insight as to how to deal with difficult customers and just understanding we have internal and external customers, but what are some of the common challenges and what are some of the basic, even common sense approaches towards making customer service really at the center. So those are some of the takeaways. And I'll also add a better understanding of your personal brand and what you bring to an organization and how that undergirds and supports the organizational brand. And so in that sense, you can learn to win and also win together as a team, as your organization.
Mm. Charles, I obviously know you well. I know a lot about your qualifications and experience, but for someone that doesn't know you, what credibility do you have to facilitate a conversation on this whole principle of being of service?
Well, thank you for that question. I've had the privilege to work with a variety of teams over 25 years in healthcare. Some of those teams have responded to crises. Some of those teams have had to really manage difficult situations. But I've also had the privilege to serve on boards and nonprofits and also in some institutions. And so I bring a variety of real life practical application, and I like to think I make it fun. And I'll share some stories along the way to really illustrate how this shows up with customer service being at the center.
Mm. Charles, whenever I'm a participant in professional development, I always like to connect with the facilitator. So let us into your very being a little bit more. Tell us a bit more about who Charles is.
Well, I've been a dad for some time now, married 26 years, 27 years coming right up. And I enjoy having a good time with family, friends, dad jokes, I will warn you, and enjoy barbecue. And so these are a little bit about me, and we certainly have a good time among family and friends. And I love being a part of New Leaf.
Oh, thank you, Charles. Well, Charles, thank you for taking a couple of minutes with us there. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Charles.
Very welcome. Thanks, Paul.